Model essay, Concrete and Sensory Language in the Great Kapok Tree. Focus question. What does the use of concrete language and sensory detail help you to understand about the rainforest? The Great Kapok Tree by Lynn Cherry is a tale about a man who goes into the rainforest with an axe to cut down a kapok tree. The man falls asleep, and in his dreams, the animals of the rainforest explain to him how losing the tree would affect their lives. Throughout the story, the author uses concrete language and sensory detail to describe events and experiences. Lynn Cherry's description of things the man hears and sees helps the reader to understand the serious consequences of cutting down the kapok tree. The book begins with a description of sounds. When the two men enter the rainforest, instantly, the sounds of squawking birds and howling monkeys stop, and all was quiet as the creatures watched the two men and wondered why they had come. The sudden silence lets the reader know that the men are strangers to the forest and that the animals are worried about why they are there. When one of the men lies down to take a nap, the rainforest animals visit him in a dream to explain how the tree is important to them. The author tells us that the snake hissed in his ear, the tree frog talked in a squeaky voice, and the jaguar growled in his ear, each explaining what the kapok tree meant to it. Cherry describes the sounds their voices make, as well as what they say, to help us better picture the animals that depend on the tree. Descriptions like this help us to imagine and care about the creatures in the rainforest that will lose their home and food if the tree is chopped down. Lynn Cherry also uses description to help the reader see the consequences of rainforest destruction. Toward the end of the story, the toucan describes what can happen to the forest once people settle in and set fires to clear the land. He tells the man, "Where once there was life and beauty, only black and smoldering ruins remain." The author paints a visual picture for the reader, showing vividly what rainforest destruction can look like. When the man finally awakens from his long dream, the author describes the beautiful, healthy rainforest that he sees. Spots of bright light glowed like jewels amidst the dark green forest. Strange and beautiful plants seemed to dangle in the air, suspended from the great kapok tree. Cherry's description of how the rainforest looks when it is vibrant with life contrasts with the description of how the forest could look if people are not careful. Describing the rainforest in this way helps us understand how beautiful and valuable it is. In The Great Kapok Tree, Lynn Cherry's description does more than just show us what the rainforest looks like and sounds like. Her description helps the reader to imagine how tragic it would be to lose those sights and sounds.